Do you have any interesting patient stories? Someone that you'll never forget that walked into the urgent care?
Yeah, no, there's been a lot of patients. I've seen like honestly thousands and thousands of patients at this point. So you see the good patients who are really nice. You see the very frustrated patients. I can definitely or two. Let's start off on a good foot. I would say the most memorable experience I have, and like this is something I have even told in like med school interviews and stuff, but and this just like I'll connect like why I'm telling this story afterwards. But there was a special needs patient who came in to the clinic one time and she just had like standard symptoms like sore throat. I think she was prone to getting sick, getting stressed sometimes. And she came in. We didn't know she had special needs at first. We just saw on the chart like sore throats. We're like, okay, easy case. So me and the provider walk in, and then we see the patient's very, very severely special needs. And we're like, okay, like let's just start the exam. So the provider starts to try to look into her throat or look into her ears, and she was not having it. Like she was very scared. You could tell she was, like screaming, she was crying, she was, throwing her hands up, like, don't touch me, don't touch me. So it was a tough situation. The provider, like, literally could not do the exam, but it was something that, like, we needed to look at her, make sure she doesn't have an ear infection, see how red her throat was. Maybe it looks like strep. And these are all like, important things we need to see. And it was tough. The special needs patient, her father was there and was like trying to calm down, but it wasn't working. It was very much like, okay, what are we gonna do? And as like a scribe, I'm, just kind of standing in the corner taking my notes on the laptop, but I knew like, okay, like this is something I need to step in and try to help out, like just do whatever I can. And I saw the patient was kind of like reaching out to me a little bit with her hand. So I just took the initiative. It felt right. I stepped forward and I like grabbed her hand and I was holding on to it. And she like immediately calmed down. It was literally just so like calm. It's just like by holding her hand, that was like all she needed. And she stopped, and the provider was able to do the exam. We saw what we needed. We could prescribe her the right medication. And I just remember forming this connection with the patient. She was just so happy. Like she ended up developing a smile on her face and overall like left the clinic having a much better attitude than she did like coming in just from a simple act of kindness. It took away her fear. And that's something I will never ever forget. Just like no matter where you are at, you don't have to be a physician. You could be a scribe. You could be at any position and you can always play a role within patient interaction and patient experience. That's so important. Um, so I just really learned a lot that, it's not I'm just a scribe. I used to say that a lot, like, oh, I'm just a scribe. And it's like, no, it's not just a scribe. Like we're all part of the healthcare system. We all play a role. And the main goal at the end of the day is to give the patients the best experience they can get. So I would say that was something I will never forget. And, just a little inspiration to, always step in whenever you can, try to help out, look for those fears within patients and try to, make their experience a little bit better. And I know that was a long story, so maybe I'll just tell that one, but that was definitely the most memorable. So I had to start off with that one.
That's good. That's what medicine is all about, is trying to
Mhm.
form that connection, make them feel comfortable. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you don't mind, please leave a like and subscribe. And with that being said, see you in the next one.